this is Laura from LIVEVISIONZ.com, and I wanted to do a video today and give you some information on compatibility with the signs. Now, the signs that I'm going to go through each sign from Aries to Pisces. And I'm going to let you know how you get along with each sign. But when you watch your video, just know that there's more to a sign than a sun sign or just one element, okay? So maybe when you watch this video, you may want to compare sun signs or moon signs or ascendants. You may want to look at your Venus or your Mars, okay? But it's more than just one sign. I just want to make that clear, okay? Well, here we go. Pisces, this is the compatibility video for you. And what signs are most compatible for you? Well, first let's talk about your type of sign. You're the type of person, you may be more spiritual. You could be very musically gifted, you know, or even like creative wise, you could just be a very creative person. And what else? I want to say, even though you're a water sign, I don't think that you're super clingy. It takes you a little while in relationships to figure out what you want, and then once you've dated quite a bit, you then settle down and figure out what you really want as a partner. Because you're more of a psychic sign, you can kind of mix other people's emotions with yours, so you could become more indecisive, you know. I will say though, for the most part, you need a partner who understands this creative side of you and who can embrace you have just this inner faith in you, that you need somebody who can embrace this inner faith in you as well, and who's not like cynical, and you know, and also can bring out your creative side. So Aries, is this person compatible with you? Well, I would say it's okay. It's not your Aries tends to get into relationships quite easily, and they can get out of them just as easily because they're, you know, it's kind of like, oh, maybe I acted too quick. I'm not sure, you know. But Aries, you know, I want to say that one thing is Aries likes their space, you know, and Aries is quick with decisions, you know, like, so if you're indecisive, Aries may get annoyed with this, or if you're like, I don't know, or if you say, well, I like this person, but I'm not sure if I want, you know, this person in my future, Aries would be annoyed with this and make leave. So I wouldn't say this is your best compatibility. Now, Taurus is okay. Now, if you were to date a Taurus, I see Taurus is about security and stability, and I want to say that they could put some structure in your life. You know, I think that with Pisces, having a Pisces energy, you could feel a little scattered at times, you know. The only issue I see with Taurus is they could get annoyed with this scattered issue, you know, but they do give you what you need in your chart. They would be good for you. I don't see huge problems there with Taurus. I really don't. Now, if you were to date a Gemini, you both kind of have this thing about you where you kind of not totally sure with what you want in relationships. Sometimes maybe it takes you both a long time to figure it out. You both may date other people. Gemini is known to date more than one person at a time and can be very indecisive in relationships. However, you may be indecisive too, but you're more sensitive about this. You're more, I would say, you know, I think you're more attached than detached in relationships as far as that goes. Your feelings do run deep. So I just want to say that I feel that for the most part, Gemini, I think you would get along with, but I think long term, you would want to make sure that you're a priority with that person and not just an option, you know. But, you know, I want to say Gemini is an okay option, okay for you, because you both can be indecisive at times about what you're wanting. Cancer is definitely a good option for you. Cancer's feelings run deep, and so do yours, you know. The only issue, like that thing, you can be indecisive about relationships, and, you know, Cancer, they're like, well, I want to know, like, are we together? Are we a couple? Like, Cancer would want to be sure of where you stand. But I think both of you, there's a lot of compatibility because both of you have feelings that are really strong. You're both highly sensitive people. Cancer would value your creative side, and maybe even encourage it and nurture you, you know, in that way. But you would both really understand each other in that way. So Cancer's a good option for you. Um, Okay, Leo. Leo for you, I think would make, you know, Leo's a hard one for you because Leo can be all about themselves. You know, Leo is a very secure sign. And on the negative aspect of Leo, they could be arrogant. So you may find that, you know, you may not feel like a priority with Leo and you may feel just like an option. So you could get hurt as far as that concerned because your feelings do run deep, and Leo could be, you know, Leo's a little stronger of a sign. They could be, you know, feeling wise, they're not as sensitive, and they could just be maybe insensitive towards you in that way, like, well, we're not a couple or whatever, you know. So um, you may feel hurt by this a little bit. Um, what else? So I wouldn't say Leo's a good option for you. Now, if we get into Virgo, now that's a good option. That's like bow chicka bow wow. You're very attracted to each other right away. Virgo has, you balance each other out. You know, Virgo's the organized one, and you know, I want to say that you can be more scattered. So the reason that you guys are so attracted to each other is Virgo um, is your shadow side, and it represents the side of you that it's like a mirror to yourself, the shadow side of yourself. So it's the side that you wish you had in you, you know, like Virgo's the more organized, where you're more scattered, where Virgo can teach you how to be more organized in your life, and you can teach Virgo about spirituality and letting things go and having faith, and just they don't need to be organized about everything to have everything perfect, that, you know, things will be okay. So you both teach each other something a great deal in each other's lives, and you hold up a mirror to the other's issues sometimes. Now, even though there's a great attraction, because you're opposite signs, this could be a problem sometimes because you could be kind of like bumping heads because of these differences. But there's a lot of attraction, and a lot of Virgos tend to date Pisces, and Pisces Virgos, you know. So I want to say this is an okay sign, but like I said, there could be some challenges. What else? So if you were with a Libra, if you dated a Libra, this would be, I want to say, not the best combination, you know. Well, both of you kind of can get indecisive in relationships, but your feelings kind of run deep, you know, and Libra can get overwhelmed with some of the watery aspect of you, you know, like how you feel, and, you know, intense emotions and emotions being up and down a little bit, they could get overwhelmed by this. So I wouldn't say this was the best combination. And, you know, Libra wants things, you know, even keeled all the time. So, okay, so Scorpio is the next sign, and that would be really, really compatible for you because Scorpio doesn't mind the intensity of emotion, and Scorpio's emotions are super intense themselves, so they're going to understand you better. I want to say that Scorpio is a really good sign for you. And they may even encourage your creativity and, you know, be very supportive. As long as the relationship's intense, Scorpio is definitely in. Now, I would say, what else was he gonna? Oh, yeah, I would say that the more intense it is, the more Scorpio is interested. You know, so you guys would really get along, and I don't think you're scared of Scorpio's intensity either. So that would be good for you too. Now, Sagittarius and you, even though you're both mutable signs, I think that Sagittarius is, you know, rather detached, go with the flow, let's see how it goes kind of things. It would be okay combination with you, but not the best. You know, I think that the water signs are probably the best way for you, or Virgo, you know. Any of the earth signs would be okay too, but Virgo pretty much. What else? So Sagittarius, okay. Capricorn would so not be good for you. Capricorn would be too cold, just too cold for you. Like, I don't think it would be open-minded to your thinking, you know? And you have this faith about you, this knowing about you that I think that Capricorn wouldn't be able to relate to. You have this creative side to you. I just find that I think that Capricorn would make you feel a little bit like um, less than in a way. Not that they should, but the reason is Capricorn is a sign that I have to see it to believe it. And you came into this world with a knowing, a feeling, a faith, you know, and just like things will just happen, and like I know things will be okay, and you're more connected to the other side than any of the other signs. So in Earth is hard for you. You know, they say wherever we have Pisces in our chart, it's we serve or suffer. So with you having your sun here, that's hard. It's a really hard placement. You might find hard life just hard. And I think that Capricorns would not be able to relate to you in that way, you know, and you would feel like hurt by this, you know, in some way. So I don't think Capricorn would be a very good sign for you at all. Aquarius, you know, I just don't think that's a good sign either. They're very detached. But I think that they may embrace your ideas of faith and knowing. Aquarians are very open-minded, so you may get along in that way, but it's not the favorite combo for you, though, to be honest. You know, but they would be open-minded to your thinking and your ways and your creative side, you know. Now, Pisces and Pisces, I would say they get along, you know. The best same sign combos are Taurus and Scorpio, Taurus and Taurus, Scorpio and Scorpio. But Pisces and Pisces wouldn't be bad either. You both could be dreamers. You could both not see things clearly. You know, you got to make sure that you both don't have too much of that faith thing going on where you're like, well, like it'll just work out, you know, because sometimes Pisces is the sign where you can elude or delude yourself, you know, like you can not see things so clearly. So dating someone in the same sign, you both may love the fantasy better than the reality of things, especially if you guys have your Venus there. If she has her Venus there, or you have your Mars there, you could be like, you know, falling in love with more like the fantasy of things. You'd be very romantic too. Could be very romantic time. So I wouldn't say it's horrible, the same sign of Pisces, you know, but anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you like my synopsis of the signs and your sign and compatibility. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. If you would like to leave a comment, leave it below, and I would love to hear from you. Anyway, well, I wish you a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.